Breaking news, y'all. Your girl Kibba did and done some braids, so stay tuned. I always use 6 packs of the Easy Braiding hair on my client, and I always tell them to get the beeswax edge control, a lighter, comb, and rubber bands. Well, I provide the rubber bands and the comb, but what I'm doing now is parting the back of her hair. I know some people like to work that way from the front or start from the side. I don't know how other people do it, but when I'm braiding, I like to work from the back to the front. Once I part my row, I go through and I part off each section so I know how many braids I'm going to have on the row, how much hair to put in each one. So what you see me doing now is just going through, sectioning off each braid that I'm going to do on that row. Now I'm just adding edge control to it. I don't normally use clips. I use a comb. Sometimes I don't even use a comb. The hair don't really bother me if it's in the way. But if I see that it's like in the way, then I'll just use my comb and put it up. Okay, y'all, it's taking me a little minute here because as you can see, the hair was tangling up. Normally my hair tangle up at the end when I'm almost finished, but like this time it decided to do it at the beginning. And I was like, what the what? Come to find out that this pack of hair was messed up. She had a 1B, but I found plenty of brown pieces in it. And I was like, that's why it's tangling. They messed up that pack. But yes, I put my edge control on, then I separate my part into 2 parts before I start braiding. Some people normally just go in and just braid the whole thing, but I like to separate it so that I can sit the hair in the middle and go into it. And I will show you how I do that on a closer view later on in the video. Right now I'm done with the back row and I'm just going to jump on to the middle of her head. So moving on up, I didn't record every single thing, but I got most of it. So right here I'm just combing through her hair. I want to show this part so that you can see how I do section it off. And as you can tell, these are medium box braids. These are not large or small box braids, so these are somewhat big, not really, but kind of. But doing medium box braids, I know some people like to add a lot of hair in their braids, but I don't do that just because I don't like it to be too heavy on my client, and it just make it look like a more sleek look instead of like bulky and big. I don't know, I just don't like that. Okay, so we made it to the top of her head, and I'm just parting through. Honestly, this is going to turn into 4 rows of 3s, but I'm finna just go ahead and knock this out. Before I knock this part of it out, I call myself trying to do some zigzag parts because I have not learned, and I've been trying to teach myself, but I just seem to not get it. Like I can do like the first 2 zigzags, and then after that it just does not work out. It's either uneven or it just doesn't look like a triangle. Like it looks so stupid. So y'all gonna see me try to attempt to do these, and I realize what the what, why am I trying to do this knowing I'm making a video? Like, do that on your own time, girl. Don't do that now. So I call myself trying to do just that at this moment. And then I decided, not gonna happen. Let me just go ahead, part this into 2 rows and make 3 braids for each row. Cause everybody know I ain't got time for the extra. I'm gonna get straight to it and be done. Okay, this is a closer view of how I part and section off again. I like to do this because it's easier, so I won't have to do a braid and then come back and part, do a braid part. I just felt like it would be easier if I just pre-part them at the beginning, and then I can just continue to roll through that row as I get done with one braid. I noticed that some people determine the size of the braid by the amount of hair they add in there, but for me, I like to size my braids by the parts. So if I say large box braids, then I'm doing larger parts. Small box braids, smaller parts, and so forth, so on. Because you can always add more hair to either size of the part and make them how you want them. But I notice a lot of my clients like to have certain size parts, and most of their braids still be not as thick or bulky or big. So I don't add a lot of hair in just about any of my sizes. The parts are just bigger. And here I am. I did the edge control and I sectioned them off. This is what I was talking about when I say I split my part into two, and I lay my hair in between and I continue to just braid. I do apologize. I didn't actually show you guys how I section my braiding hair, how I make it into 3 parts before I put it into my client hair. But I'm kind of holding it in my hand, so if you guys want to slow down the video and see that, then please do so. I have another part where I'm going to show it and slow it down a little bit, but it's not going to actually be like a up close on how I do it. I moved the camera down so that I could show you guys how I sealed the end of my braids. I know some people may braid to the end and then burn it, as well as maybe dip it, but I normally braid down a little bit. If my client wants the whole thing braided, I would do so, but sometimes I just braid down almost to the end. Then I would just burn it a little bit, and then I will dip it in hot water as well. So you're going to see I'm going to pick up the lighter, light it just for maybe not even 1-2 seconds, rub it, and then I'm done with that. I just don't want the hair to unravel while I'm finishing the rest of my client's hair before I dip it at the end. And I will be showing you how I dip the hair in hot water in this video as well, so stay tuned. So I'm moving on to the next braid. You're going to see that I'm just doing the same thing I did to the one before. I'm going to show you a little bit of what I do again, which is parting the hair into 2. So just a better up close view of that. And you see how I'm holding my braiding hair, pick up one side with it, pick up the other side with my second piece, and then I braid it as like a regular braid. This hair was seeming to kind of tangle a lot. Normally this hair does not tangle. I have no problem with it, but also it's quarantine and my nails are not done and they're like all chipped and stuff, so it was snagging a lot, and I think that was like most of the problem to why it was getting so tangled up. So y'all, I'm almost done. This be my favorite part, when I'm almost finished with my client hair. I have 2 more braids left. I'm getting to the part now where I'm going to start showing you how I blend the hair in with the braiding hair when I'm getting to the end of my client real hair as I braid. And I normally just do that with the edge control, the beeswax edge control. I would take some, rub it on the hair, blend it in. I know a lot of people like to do tucking or something, but I don't do tucking often, so I just get my edge control and I just rub it on, seal it together, and keep on braiding. I just want to add this in here, y'all. My client may look like it's a lot of space in her parting or in the whole style, but it's not. If you have your hair done by me, then you know it does not look like that in the final product. So yeah, here we are, y'all. We on the last braid. Yay! So we basically, literally, most definitely, absolutely done. Like, this it. After this, we about to dip the hair and then we done. So with this braid, this is the braid I'm going to be showing you how I blend my client hair with the braiding hair. So just keep watching so you can see that. Okay, I'm showing you how I hold my braiding hair. I know it's pretty hard to explain through a video, so that's why I didn't explain it. But if you can just look and see how I'm doing it, then I hope you will understand and you will use it that way if you're braiding hair. I personally like it because when I'm braiding and when I section my parts off into two splits, it makes it look like knotless braids when I'm doing smaller box braids. You might not get that look now with these, but most time people are like, oh my god, are you doing knotless box braids? And I'm not. So here is the part where I'm showing you how I put the edge control on my client hair, and then I continue to braid and it blends right on in. Okay, so now we're in the kitchen. I found the old pot to dip the braids in. I'm putting water in it, filling it up. You can put as much water as you want in it, depends on how much of the hair you're trying to dip. I put it on the stove, put it on high, and then I go get my client while it's boiling, come down, sit them in the chair, put a towel around them because it gets pretty hot and I don't want it to burn them. Then I like to section my client hair into parts that I'm going to dip into the water. With her, I only did 2 sections because it wasn't a lot of braids. If my client had more braids, then I would section into 3 or 4 parts. So with my first dip, I'm just going to put as much of it in the water as I can. I do this because I know it takes the braids a little while to loosen up over time. So if I can get as much of it in the water, then I can help with that stiffness and flexibility right away. So I'm just drying the hair off. This towel wasn't as long because she had 30 inches, so I had to do the best I can do with what I was working with. Then I'm going to go in and do my second dip, but I'm only doing this with the ends. I like to just dip my ends on the second one because with the first one, it kind of crumble them all up and then you get that crumbly look at the end, and I just don't like it. So I always go back in with a second dip so that they can lay flat and straight. So I'm basically about to just do the same thing on this side, 2 dips, and then I'm all finished. Y'all, we are all finished. These braids look so good and so neat and just the freaking bomb. Like, they cute. So we moved upstairs back to my room, and as you can see, these braids are beautiful. They so cute and long and neat, and I just love them. So I picked up my camera stand so that I can get a closer view for you guys to look at. Just a quick little view, it's not that much. Right here is so funny, y'all. I was trying to get her to flip them back behind her shoulders, and she was just being so silly. This is my cousin, by the way, so I'm not just out here braiding people hair. I'm not braiding during quarantine. This is a family member. And, she cute. Okay, turn, baby. And that's the end. Thank you for watching. Come back for the next video.